I believe you have an interesting story about Sir Garfield Barwick.
Well, I want to go back to the time when Gar Barwick was so important in the legal world, in the barristerial world. He was the instigator of Council's Chambers Limited, the company that was set up that built the two sets of chambers, Wentworth and Selborne. And
this is about Sir Garfield Barwick. And is it the opening of the chambers?
Yes. Gar Barwick was running all of this, and he knew my father and he knew me and he knew I'd come to the bar. So he called me up to Chambers and said, "You're going to say a few words, so go away and compose a speech, and we'll talk about it later. You're going to pull the string to open it." I said, "What?" "Yes, you're Mr. Junior and you're very important." So he had law lords and he spoke at length about the history of this building and so forth. And then he called on me, but before he had done this, the day or so before, he said, "Show me what you've written." And he looked at it and he got a pen out, started to put it here, there and everywhere and write things in. And finally he picked it up, scrunkled it and threw it in the waste paper basket. "This is what you're going to say." And he wrote out what I was going to say. That was typical of Gar Barwick. He was so dominant, and what he said was far more interesting than this kid lawyer could put together. It was all stuffy stuff, or perhaps erudite, but very stuffy. And I remember that very well. Because this was an era in 1956 when we first had television. And I was horrified because the chairs were all in Phillip Street. All the goodies were up on the top step. And I had to get up from here and go over there. Well, as soon as I got up, the cameras came into my face. I was going to fall over. I nearly did. Walked up the step and pulled this. It was a significant honour to be the person who opened the building.
What was your idea of a good fee in those early days?
5 guineas. Five
guineas?
We'd get, yeah. Guars, we called it. 5 guineas.
Why guars? I've always wondered this.
Guineas shortened to guars. But we used to get paid 5 guineas.
Did you keep your fee book?
Oh, for a time I did, but I threw it away long ago.
Oh, I was happy to see some nice copper plate handwriting.
No, I'm sorry.
Yes. No, that would have been a princely sum in those days. What would be the equivalent now?
Oh, probably $300-400. Probably. I mean, I'm guessing the rate. It was a goodly large sum, really, to us then, to get 5 guars for going up and maybe. But I remember I did a long trial at Darlinghurst, one of these briefs from the public solicitor, and I didn't even have in the fee my tram fare up from Chambers, up along Oxford Street and back. That was what it was. But you do all of those things for experience.
Yes.
Most thoroughly enjoyable time.
Your earliest chambers, what were they like? I know some have described their earliest chambers as really being more like a desk or the corner of a desk.
Well, I was alongside the lavatory in Chambers across Martin Place, the name of which escapes me. I had a room where I could go and share with others, but my room was alongside the toilet, and when someone went in and flushed it, if you had a conference going on, you couldn't hear. That was just across the road from Martin Place.
These days, of course, they're soundproofed.
Yes.
I bet you would have liked that then.
Oh, yes, of course, yes.